All right, my people, you are welcome again. This is Destiny Media. You are highly welcome. Thank you for being part of this family. Let's go to today's news. We saw a video that is trending of Bishop David Abioye was asked, what did you regret in ministry? Guys, let's watch what he said he regrets in ministry. Let's watch it out.
What are your greatest regrets in ministry, sir, if any?
Regrets in ministry.
Regrets.
Praise the Lord. Does anybody have regrets in ministry? Well, of course, we shouldn't assume. We shouldn't assume. Some people regret that they are in ministry because they have wrong priorities. For me, I don't have any regrets. Call to ministry, first of all, is a privilege. It's a privilege. And that's how we should see it. Listen to this. There are many people who are in some luxurious profession before they were called into ministry. But when they were called, they didn't drop the profession in their mind. They didn't drop it. And so as they are dragging the profession, they cannot catch up with Jesus who called them. So he lifts them. When I was a medical doctor, things were quite easy for me. I could buy just anything at the tip of the finger. When I was a petroleum engineer, we go to work offshore and inshore and downshore. You see, your memory to your past profession can make you live in regret. When Elijah called, or when God called Elisha through Elijah, 1 Kings 19 to 21, he left all. He was a professional, successful, mechanized farmer. He was farming with oxen. He wasn't using his hands. So he was a prosperous man to the extent that he could kill some of the cow for ceremony of departure from his profession to his calling. He had no regret for it. There is no way anybody will have recognized him except he accepted that calling. There is no way I would have been where I am today, dwelling in my profession that I had before. Because I'm telling you, practically by the grace of God, by the grace of God, and by the grace of God, I've never met any of my colleagues who sat in front of me in any occasion. Ministry advancement. When Jesus called Peter and others, they were highly professional fishermen, but they left all. They left all and followed them. And so Jesus said, if you don't leave all, you cannot get any. Leave it to get 100%. 100% rewards. He said, if a man lay hands on his plow and he looks back, he's no longer fit. That's where regret comes. Regret in ministry comes when you are not fulfilled, and you are not fulfilled because you are not giving your all. My wife is here as a witness. I trained in automobile engineering. I did my youth service. My wife was working. But I left all to follow. Was it easy? To the human, it was not easy. But my eyes, I saw a bright future. I saw a future in my future. Oh, for the joy that was set before him. If you look back, you regret. If you look forward, you're excited. I had one pair of shoes. It was open in front. I mended it. It opened again. I vulcanized it. It opened again. The shoe said I was tired. I said, you can't retire. So there will be that time when you will feel mocked and people will mock you. When my wife and I got married, she left her job to follow me. We had one bed, which I managed to make before she came in. We were living on bench. We had no fridge, we have no cooker, we had no air conditioner, we had only one fan in the bedroom, singing fan. Waga, 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 waga. The speed increases, but no regret. Until things began to work, people began to ask after us. Relations began to call. Can we come to see you? I said, no, wait first. So, no regret. In case you are feeling a sense of regret, you need to examine what is the problem. Your eye is still at the past, or rather your mind. Everybody thinks your eye is on God, but your mind is at the back. Looking at past profession and comparing yourself with your old colleagues.
All right, friends and family, you have seen what Bishop Abioye said, that he didn't regret anything in ministry. But in that very interview, there are a lot of things we can learn in that very interview. Especially for the young ministers, there are a lot of things we need to learn. So this video, personally, is not on for him. But this video is for the young ministers. It's for the pastors that are still growing. Okay, because when I watched that video, I learned, I observed so many things on that video, on what he said. To be frank with you, people might think his answer will be, oh, how winners laid me off, or how winners retired me. But no, he did not go to that direction. That means that all that you have gone through with winners, all that you have gone through these years is just a stepping stone. You see, the problems and the challenges we go through in life, they are stepping stone. They are like a ladder to where we are going. And from that interview, I start to see so many things. I start to think so many things. I start to understand so many things. It is very sad to see ministers suffer. It's very sad to see pastors suffer, struggle in life. It's very sad. Because when you see someone committed to serving God, and you see the person struggling in one way or the other. I mean, like what Bishop was saying. First year, second year, there will be ups and down. But when you see someone in ministry 5 years, 10 years, still struggling, it kept me thinking. It kept me trying to understand what is going on. You see someone in a ministry, full-time ministry, 10 years, 8 years, 7 years, still suffering, still cannot pay for children's school fees. It make my heart to bleed. Because if the God we are calling is the God that have everything. He said he owned the cattle on 1,000 miles. He said heaven and earth belongs to me. So if this is really the God that you are serving, if this is really the God that you are calling full time, why must you lack? Why must you lack? Let's be frank here. Whenever things like this happen, when you see a pastor, a full-time pastor, when you see someone that is committed to the things of God struggling, it is indeed a mockery to the God we are serving. So some people will mock them, but for me, I see it that why is this thing happening? Because when people see this, it is a misrepresentation. It's a misrepresentation of the God we are calling. It misrepresents what we are calling, the God we are calling. So that makes me to understand so many things that may keep some pastors or keep some men of God in this situation. Because most of the time, you see this thing happen, you see that these people, they entered ministry with wrong reason. Just like sometimes we enter marriage with wrong reason. People also enter ministry with wrong reason. People enter ministry with all the fantasies that surround ministry. You know, there are so many fantasies that surround ministry. Oh, man of God, people, especially for ladies, people will come and lie down and greet them. People will call Papa. Some people enter ministry. Some people become pastor because of that. Some people become pastor or become woman of God because they see how the ladies, how they dress. Some people entered it because they see how the ladies respect them. They see how they are called mommy, they are called papa. These for me are fantasies. These things are the things we see on the surface. These things are true anyway, but there's more. There is more. It's not these are little things that surrounds the ministry. There are still more things in the ministry than all this. So this is why when people see this kind of thing, they are moved out of emotions, they are moved to be into ministry. So when you go into ministry, with this reason, you see people struggling. Some people go into ministry because they think, you see how pastors are making it, they think is the easiest way to make it in life. People think that, oh, is it not to quote the Bible? Is it not to speak? I can speak well. I can quote Bible. I can cram 100 verses one time. And they think this is ministry. And that is why you see when they go into it, you see someone will quote 10 verses, 50 verses from the Bible, offhand. But after all those quotations, there's nothing, no rhema. After quoting all these things, you're waiting for the person to bring out the word. Because this Bible, a verse says, it is closed and it is sealed. You can open it to read it, to understand it. But the seal, if you have not opened that seal, you have not given the message. So all these things are what surrounds the call. People are being called to the ministry. Many are not called for. There's no call anywhere. They just saw all these things. They say, oh, if this person can do it, I can do it. Not minding how much the person is spending on this in the secret. Some enter it because they think these people are getting money. These people are buying private jets. And they think, wow, that is the best thing to do. Let me go into it. Everybody's going into it. Brother, sister, ministry is more than that. It's really more than that. Like I said, it blessed my heart when I see someone that is called to ministry, someone that is full-time pastor, 10 years, 12 years, 8 years, 9 years, still struggling. It is a misrepresentation of the God we are calling. It is misrepresentation to the gods we are calling. Some join ministry because they think this is what is available. I have come out from school 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. I have looked for a job. I didn't get a job. At least I can become a pastor. These are the reasons why people struggle. Some people will say, are you called or are you not called? Everyone on earth is called. Everyone. Once you are a man, a woman born in this planet earth, there is a call for you. But where are you called? That is the question. So because we have abused this issue of call and not call, is it called? We are all called. But in which area are you called? Have you missed your calling? That's the question. It's not about being called or not being called. It is, have you missed your area of calling? Have you missed your area of calling? So this is the thing. Some people will come out, you look for a job for 5, 6 years, you didn't get a job. You think, oh, all this while, if I have joined any ministry, I could have become a pastor now. And they will join. And there is in most of the professions, there is really a test to know if you can become a doctor or you can become a lawyer. But the ministry, there is none. Once you go through the pastoral school, you pass, that is all. There's no spiritual examination to know, is this person really called? No. Even the people that will come and say so many things, God tell them this, God tell them that. I have not seen any pastor or any school, ministerial school, that tells somebody spiritually, this is not your call, don't come. No. So once you go through these syllables, they will enroll you, you become a pastor. But that is not it. The result in your life will show. Some also went into ministry because of laziness. They cannot do anything, but they have time to come to church. And if it's a church where they are still looking for pastors, no one agreed to the calling, they will enroll the person. You see a lazy person becoming a pastor. I was listening to Papa. Okay, I was listening to Papa. Papa was saying something. He said someone came for counseling. I mean, Bishop David Oyedepo, he said something. He said someone came for counseling, for a pastor to counsel him or her. The pastor was at that time sleeping. He slept off. So if you are really called to what you are doing, you can be tired, but not at the level of you are counseling someone and you are sleeping. You see, these are the things that makes men of God to struggle. These are things. Some struggle because of family issues. Some struggle because of family issues. Some struggle because of their partner they choose. If you choose a wrong partner, you struggle. I was watching another video, not this video, this very video that we're talking about now. Bishop Abioye was saying, he's still in the same conference, but different occasion. It's the same conference in Jos. They were asking him, when you have a partner, a husband or a wife that didn't support your calling, because this is another reason why men of God struggle. If you have a husband or if you have a wife that did not support your calling, you will struggle. God will look at you struggling. So in that video, Bishop Abioye said that there are so many ladies on this earth. You have to choose the one that accepts your calling. If the man or the woman did not accept your calling, you are going to struggle. You are going to struggle. So this is another reason why men of God struggle. If you choose a partner that did not accept your calling, you will struggle. And this is where you see people telling you, oh, they called you my husband, they didn't call me. They'll say, oh, they called you, only you are my wife. Yes, I accept you to be my wife, but you are the one they called. They did not call me. Whenever you hear things like that, you know that something is wrong. And that man of God or that woman of God will struggle. So this is another reason why people struggle in ministry. Okay? Some also struggle because I call this one laziness, because it's more in our society today. Okay, you might have a shop or you might be doing a business. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, you are always in the church. You leave your business. This is very common in our society these days. Someone will open a shop, someone is working. Every day you leave your business, you are in the church. Every day you leave your business, you are in the church. And when the business collapses, you say God is calling you. This is laziness, guys. There is time for work and there is time to be in the house of God. Let me say something here. To be in the church every day is not being committed. It's not being closer to God. Because the same thing you can still meditate in your working place. But our youth today, they will leave their business. 3 days in a week you leave your business. You are in church. When the business fell, you say that God is calling you. I called someone to check on him recently, and the person was telling me, I said, what are you doing? He said, I'm now a pastor. Then I asked him, oh, when did you become a pastor? He said, you know, I did this business, it didn't work. I do another one, it didn't work. I do another one, it didn't work. I never knew that God is calling me. Guys, God never called a failure. This is very clear. God never called a failure. If you are doing business and you keep failing in your business, and you think that is God calling you, go and rethink. God is not calling you anything. Look at your life. Do you have some spiritual issues that is frustrating your effort? Do you have laziness in your system that is frustrating you? Because when I hear people say this kind of thing, I don't believe the people. If you're a pastor and you tell me, oh, I become a pastor because I opened this business, it didn't work. I opened another one, it didn't work. So God must kill your business to call you. This is not true. These are things that men of God tell us today, but these are lies. These are frustrated guys. Okay? God will not kill your business to call you. No. God will not kill your business to call you. So if God is doing that, what is the difference between God now and this evil spirit? this native spirit. God will not destroy your business to call you. Remember, all the people that Jesus Christ called, they are doing well in their business. Peter was a fisherman doing very well. Peter was a fisherman. All of them are doing something. Jesus, during that time, many people are on the street. It's not only today. When Jesus was on this planet Earth, people are still on the street. People are still jobless. What makes Jesus to leave those people in the street and call Peter, someone like Peter, and call people that are established, that are called people that know what they are doing, people that are in the treasury? Why? Is it not easier for him to take people on the street that don't know, that are not working? That is to tell you that God don't call a lazy person. God does not call a lazy person. If you leave your business and be in church every day and frustrate a business, it's not God calling you. I mean, this thing will help all the ministers and those that are thinking on how to go into ministry. Because you have to be doing well whatever you are doing before you get the call. You have to be doing well. You have to be doing well in what you are doing before you get the call. So guys, this is what I have for you this evening. I don't know where you are connecting from, but if you have listened to this time, thank you so much for being part. Please, if you have not subscribed to the channel, please do well to subscribe, and you will be able to see when we post any video. Thank you.